Okay, class. This is number 6 on review package 3. If you go to Angel, the answer is already uploaded on Angel, but right now I'll show you how everything works for this number 6. We're gonna use 4 graphs for this question. First, we're gonna start with our inflationary gap. For inflationary gap, it basically said meaning is we produce too much, we're producing beyond our long-run potential. So I'm gonna start with our aggregate demand and aggregate supply curve. So let's draw this right now. Our aggregate demand. So okay, let's call this one price level. This will be our real GDP. Aggregate demand curve. Our long run aggregate supply curve. And then this one over here will be our short run aggregate supply curve. So this point is our short run equilibrium. For short run equilibrium, we have this gap over here. This gap is go back. Why did I just erase it? Okay. This gap over here is our inflationary gap. So to erase our inflationary gap, our government must use this contractionary monetary policy right here. For contractionary monetary policy, we're going to do one thing, that is selling bond. So this is our panel A. Let's do our panel B on the side over here. So for panel B, we're going to do our bond market. Supply for bond, demand for bond. Okay, when government sell more bond, selling more bond, that means there are more supply for bond. So price, quantity. So more supply for bond, we're going to increase our supply curve to the right. So S1 and S2. When you increase supply curve to the right, the bond price will change. So this will be P1, this will be P2. So increase supply curve to the right, our equilibrium will be moved from this point to this point, and our bond price will decrease from P1 to P2. When bond price decrease, it means our interest rate will increase because they're inversed between bond price and interest rate. Okay, so next in panel C. In panel C, we're going to draw our money market. For money market, demand for money, and then for supply for money, remember supply for money is always vertical because it's our Federal Reserve who control the supply for money. So supply for money is independent from the interest rate. And then quantity for money. Okay, so if our government selling more bond, when they're selling more bond, that's giving more cash to our consumer. When government selling more bond, that's taking cash away from our consumer. When they take cash away from our consumer, therefore our supply curve for cash, supply for money will be shifted to the left because less cash available. So supply curve shift to the left, So this will be S2 over here. When supply shift to the left, our interest rate for the marketplace will change. So this one is the old equilibrium. This one right here will be our new equilibrium. So interest rate will be increased. So from our money market, we can show an increase in interest rate, which is in line with our previous graph over there. So both interest rate will increase. When interest rate increase, our investment will decrease, because higher interest rate, it means it costs company more to borrow money, so company will borrow less money, so investment will decrease. And our panel D, is going to show our foreign exchange market. For our foreign exchange market, this is the exchange market for US dollar. So we have exchange rate over here. And then this will be our quantity of US dollar. Supply for US dollar, demand for US dollar. So we know the bond price. What did we do? Let me go back. So as we know, the bond price is decreasing. When bond price decreasing, it means the bond is cheaper. So when it's cheaper, it's more desirable. When US bond is more desirable, foreign investors do want to invest more into US bond, so the demand for US dollar will increase. D1, D2. At the same time, our US investors, they will also buy more US bond, so the supply for US dollar also decrease. So supply would decrease to S2, which means our equilibrium will change from this point over here to this point over here. So with a new equilibrium, so this is E1, this will be E2. With a new equilibrium, exchange rate will increase. So exchange rate increase. When exchange rate increase, it means everything produced in America is more expensive. So our export goes down. Import goes up. And our net export will go down. So together, we have net export goes down. And then let's go over here. We'll have investment go down. So our aggregate demand curve, remember aggregate demand curve is consumption plus investment plus government spending plus net export. So investment go down, net export goes down, aggregate demand curve will go down. So let's go back to our first graph over there. Let's call this one 81. So when investment goes down, net export goes down, our aggregate demand curve also goes down. We'll shift to the left. So this one will be our new aggregate demand curve. Let's call this 82. On 82, we're moving back from this equilibrium over here. So this is old equilibrium, and this one right here will be our new equilibrium. On this new equilibrium, the price level is lowered. And our output level is also lowered. But the real purpose is to lower the price level, which means lower inflation. Okay, so this is the answer for number 6.